So I've been wanting to do a video for quite some time on unit conversion, or a process called dimensional analysis. Now, I remember having troubles with this in high school, but now it just seems so easy if you just let the units drive the problem. Now grab your calculator and let's get to it. Converting between two different units like feet and inches often can be pretty simple because we understand whether we multiply or divide just because of our understanding of which one's bigger and which one's smaller. But things can get complicated when you have to make several jumps between different units and you may not even have the conversion factors memorized. So what I'm going to be showing you today is a nice organized way to convert between units. So let's look at this first problem. Now this asks 5 hours is how many minutes? Now, of course, hours is the larger unit, right? And minutes are the smaller. So there's going to be a lot of minutes in an hour. Now, this is one where I did not list what the actual fact is. Later on, I'm going to give you some of the facts because you know it. How many minutes are in an hour? Well, 1 hour is 60 minutes. So sometimes you have to go to your memory and pull those facts out of there. Now let me show you how I'm going to organize this very simple problem. I'm going to start with what I'm given on the left side, and then on the very right side I'm going to set my goal. My goal is to get to minutes. Putting that up so I know what I need to get to. Now in the middle I'm going to put parentheses and I'm going to put a fraction bar. Now, as we've talked about before, when we talked about fractions, anything on the top and bottom that match can cancel. Well, I want to cancel the hours, so I better darn well have hours in the bottom, right? Because then that will cancel. So you see how the units are driving the problem here. Now, what else do I know about hours? Well, I know how many minutes are in an hour, so I can put minutes on the top. Now go to your memory or go to the fact that's given to you and put the numbers in the right place. So it looks like 60 goes on top and 1 goes on the bottom. And now we're ready to grab our handy dandy calculator because this is 5 over 1, keep in mind. So we multiply fractions straight across. 5 times 60 is 300. 1 times 1 is 1. So 300 minutes is how many minutes are in 5 hours. Now I know you're thinking, well, I knew that. I knew to just multiply. But again, sometimes it's not that easy. So we need to understand how to do it when it's real simple and to lay all our work out so that I can show you how to do it when there's multiple steps. All right, let's look at the next example. I've got 6 examples lined up for us to do today. So 6 days is how many hours? Now again, go to your memory. What do you know about hours and days? Well, you know, of course, there's 24 hours in one day. So again, sometimes the fact isn't given to you because we assume you know it, right? 24 hours in one day. Now remember how I set this up. 6 days is given to me. So I put my given on the left side. I leave a little space there for that parenthesis. And then I put over here my goal. I want to convert to hours. Now, I knew one science teacher once, so she called this putting the bones in the problem. And now we're going to put the meat on the bones. So there's the bones. Let's put the meat on the bones. As we mentioned before, I really want to cancel days, and currently days is on the top. So where does it need to be in that parenthesis? On the bottom. It's going to go on the bottom. Now, remember, we're trying to get closer to that smaller unit, which is hours. So that's going to go on top. The days is canceled, remember, and I'm left with hours, not canceled, which is good. Then I put the numbers in. 24 goes on top, 1 goes on the bottom. Grab that handy dandy calculator and type 24 times 6. Try it again here. 24 times 6, 144. 144 hours. So this is called unit analysis because I'm really analyzing the units as I'm going along here. All right, problem number 3. Now, 2 years is how many hours? Is this answer going to be big or small? How many hours in 2 years? Right, a very large amount. So what do we know? What do you know about time? Well, I know there's 24 hours in a day, right? And then what do you know about years? 365 days is 1 year. So let's put down what we're starting with, 2 years. Let's put down our goal way over here, hours. This time, believe it or not, we're going to need 2 sets of parentheses. Now, hopefully you're catching on. I let the units drive the problem. I want to cancel years, so I put it down here. Now, what do I know about years? I know that there's a certain number of days, right? So I'm going to put days on the top. And then I can go ahead and put the numbers in there in the right place. Sometimes saying it out loud helps too. 365 days is 1 year. Okay, I got that right. Now the years is gone. All right, folks. We're looking for hours, not days. So we got to keep going. So I'm going to put days on the bottom. So the days cancel. You see that? What do I know about days? There's my conversion to hours right there. So hours is going to go on top, and I can put my numbers in the right place, saying it out loud. 24 hours is 1 day. All right, I'm going to grab my handy dandy calculator again. What am I typing? Well, I'm going straight across here. 2 times 365 times 24 equals. And the answer is, I can't even fit it in there. Let me make a little extra room. The number's so big. And we knew it was going to be big, right? 17,520 hours. So there you have it. So that problem involved 2 different steps. And if you try to juggle that in your head, you might get a little confused, or you might be fine. But trust me, things can get more complicated. Here we're going to convert from kilometers to miles. So that's the metric system to the English system. How many miles is a 5K? Have you ever run a 5K? How many miles did you run? Well, we're going to find out right now. So we put down what we're starting with, 5 kilometers. Leave a little space. Come over here to miles. Now, what do we know? Well, you may not have this memorized, and I did not either. I had to look it up, and that's okay. I want the kilometers to cancel, so I'm going to put it down below. And I put the miles on the top. Now look at the fact that I looked up. I wrote it right here. Let's put the numbers in the right place. Does the 1 go on the top or the bottom? Let's say it out loud. 1 mile is 1.609 kilometers. So this time, we're not multiplying, are we? If we multiply straight across, we get 5 on the top and we get 1.609 on the bottom. There's my arithmetic that I need to do in the calculator. So 5 divided by 1.609 equals 3.108 miles. So 3.1 miles. Maybe you knew that. A 5K is 3.1 miles. We've got 2 more questions. Let's go from meters, which again is a metric measure, to inches, which is that pesky English system. So 10 meters, put that on the left, right? And we're going to convert to inches, which is a tiny unit, right? So what do we know about meters? Well, I've given you the information you need right here. We can go to centimeters. So that means meters goes on the bottom so that it cancels. Remember, the units drive the problem. I can't stress that enough. I then make sure I get the numbers in the right place. 100 centimeters is 1 meter. And now we have centimeters, but that's not what I asked you. I asked you about inches. So the next fact, this one right here, is what we're going to use to go to inches. So I put the centimeters on the bottom. Inches are going to be on the top. And the reason I put the centimeters on the bottom is so that would cancel, leaving inches, which is what we want. Now, what do we know? Well, we know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. Okay, once again, we multiply fractions straight across. So on the top, I've got 10 times 100, and on the bottom, I have 1 times 1 times 2.54. So this is 1,000 divided by 2.54. Once again, go to the calculator. Calculator is your friend when working with dimensional or unit analysis. I got 393.7 inches. So it's quite a few. 10 meters is the same as 393 inches. Unit analysis, they drive the problem. One more example to go through. All right, this, instead of distance, I wanted to do one with mass or weight here. So 5 pounds, and we've got the information we need. Once again, we're going from English this time. 5 pounds, that's English system, to the metric system in grams. So 5 pounds equals, and we're going to go to grams over here. So what do I put on the bottom here? Because I want to cancel, right? What do I put? Pounds. I want the pounds to cancel. And then I've been given pounds to ounces, and then ounces to grams. So I'm going to put ounces on the top. 16 ounces is 1 pound. I then do one more set of parentheses. I want ounces to cancel, and this is going to get me to grams. This fact, again, I had to look this up. I don't have this one memorized. 1 ounce, it goes on the bottom because the ounces I want to cancel. That's how I know whether to multiply or divide. 28.35. Looks like I'm just multiplying the straight across on the top, right? So 5 pounds, so 5 times 16 times 28.35 is 2268. All right, so there you have it, dimensional analysis. You need a calculator and you need to let the units drive the problem. I have students ask me all the time, I don't know, do I multiply or divide on this one, Mr. White? I said, I don't know until I analyze the units. Dimensional analysis. All right, if you like this video, be sure to like it and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I really look forward to reading your comments down below. All right, good luck in all your schoolwork.